Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week with the edit. I hope you're well and having a nice weekend. Before I get into it, and I've got some really good patterns, including a new designer this week, so I'm quite excited. Just to mention that we have running until, I think it's till next Saturday, a double points promotion. So if you're part of our loyalty scheme, which you can sign up, it's free. It basically gives you money off your next purchase. So as you accrue points, you get money off your next sewing pattern. And for the next week, we're doing double, so double your points. So whatever you'd normally get off, you will get double that, which is amazing. So if there's anything that you've been thinking of, it means that you get basically a bit of a discount on the next thing that you buy, which is great. So yeah, that is there. Anyway, let me get on with patterns. So this was one that I missed off last week, so apologies. It's the Madeline Scarlet maxi dress, and this is so beautiful. It's a jersey pattern. I love how they've, like the fabric they've made in, because it's really striking. So it's got these kind of big go days sewn into it. So it's jersey as well. So you're going to have to pick your fabric quite carefully, and she's given you quite good advice on what you need to buy, because you don't want it to be too heavy, otherwise it's going to kind of, distort in any way. But it's really beautiful. I thought it was really interesting. It's a nice, if you don't like wearing really structured things, I thought this was a really good option as like an evening wear item. You can see that it's sleeveless. It's got like scoop neckline, very simple on the back. There are little darts at the waist, and then it's got this kind of panelled skirt. It's just, it's really great. I think it'll look, it's just lovely. And she's got it in a couple of different fabrics, so you can get a real idea. But the go days start quite high up. They're sort of just below your bust. But it does create, I mean, can you imagine twirling in that? That would look so great. Sizing on this is a UK 6 to 32. It's PDF only, this one. But yeah, that one is there for you. Next up, we've got kind of an exciting big release. It's from Closet Core Patterns. It's the Rika pants. This comes, sizing on this is a UK 6 to 20. It's paper only. On their site, they have an expanded size range in PDF. So if you are desperate for it, it is there. There are two different options. So if I show you the line drawings, we can have a look what's going on. So you can either make these cropped or kind of full length. They're quite straight cut on the leg. You can see the kind of shorter version has got these really nice big deep turn-ups. And then there are options to kind of make it look quite different actually. So there are these sort of utility workwear details, like the little tab and the kind of extra pockets that you can see on version B. Or you can have a little patch pockets on the back as well. So it's completely up to you. You can kind of chop and change. But I really like the proportions of it. It's got quite a chunky waistband, which feels unusual. And yeah, you know, she does, I have to say, she really nails trousers. So if you've made trousers with her before and you liked them, then this is definitely worth having a look at. So those are the next one. Then we've got a new pattern from Silver Saga Patterns. It's called the Franchesca Dress. Sizing on this is a UK 6 to 26. It's a really great pattern. You're going to get excellent at gathering. The thing I like about it is it's really simple construction. So you've got these lovely little like rouleau loops going over your shoulders. Same around the neckline, there's a little tie at the back, but that is it. You don't really have any fastenings or closures, so you kind of skip that bit. The rest of it, that bit that you've skipped, will go into, time-wise, will go into doing all these gatherings. So it's 3 tiers of gathering, and you can see it creates a really lovely kind of generous silhouette. So it's a really nice one for a holiday, big kind of floaty dress, perfect for the beach. But yeah, it's a really gorgeous one. So if you are going away somewhere warm, this is definitely worth having a look at. Then we've got a new designer on the site, and I'm going to pre-apologise for how I pronounce this because it's a French design. Coralie Bijasson. Have I said that incorrectly? Please can someone tell me? I actually googled how to pronounce it and there was no option. So I hope I haven't got that wrong. So anyway, as I was saying, French designer. She has been making patterns for a long time. I think it was like 20 years. She's written a lot of books as well. She's got a huge range of patterns. We've got 30 of them on the site, and we will be adding more at some point, but we started with those. Sizing on them is a UK 6 to 24. They're PDF only. They're just beaut. Really nice, kind of elegant patterns for your wardrobe. So let me show you a couple of them to give you an idea, and I will pop a link to their whole collection because we've got, I think, nearly 30 of them. Right, the first one is the Emiline Shirt. I thought this was absolutely beautiful. That kind of V-neck with the ruffle. The ruffle isn't too big, the proportions of it are great. You can see it's got also a really generous cuff with 3 buttons on it, and then a little button placket down the front. This to me is such a useful item. You can wear this to work, you can wear this out. It's like a really nice piece. Then we have got the Arian Dress. Again, same sizing on this, UK 6 to 24. I thought this, I actually wish I'd seen this before I did my trends post, because this would have worked really nicely for one of the styles. A really lovely, simple kind of short tunic style dress. You can see that it's got these seams that kind of princess seams down the front, little button down at to the waist, and you can see it's a nice round neckline. And then it's got quite a, a tulip shaped sleeve, so there's some gathering into the cuff. But I thought it was a really lovely pattern, and it's a nice one. Actually, you can see from some of the examples, you can put piping down the seams, you could colour block it. There's quite a lot of fun things that you can do with it. This blouse, I think, might be my favourite of the patterns that she's got. It's called the Erica blouse, and I loved the proportions of it, the shape of it. So you can see there is, it buttons down the front. There's a tie as well, so it's kind of like a pussy bow blouse. Again, nice deep cuffs on this, but then it has got this seam that runs all the way across the chest, and then the kind of bit underneath is all gathered, so it really makes it kind of really lovely and loose fitting. And I just think it's a really fun pattern. I think it looks really great, and you can obviously, I prefer actually worn open with the kind of without it tied up in a bow, which looks really lovely. So that one was my favourite. And then last but not least, sorry, I couldn't resist, there were so many nice ones. This really great jacket, it's called the Nessa jacket. It feels to me like a mixture of a bomber and a denim jacket. So it's got a button down the front, it's got an elasticated bottom so that it cinches in, so it creates that kind of bubble shape which you'd expect from a bomber. It's got a proper collar on it. It's a really nice shape. You can either make it in the same fabric and have elastic, or you could get ribbing for the bottom, so depending on what you want to do. Nice big pockets as well on the front, which I think are really great. It was just an interesting pattern. I really liked it. So then we have got a kids pattern, and it's super cute. It's called the Quaca Zip top, which is actually quite hard to say, and it's from Waves and Wild. Sizing on this is ages 2 to 12 years. It's PDF only. I really love this. I think it's such a useful item for kids. So little zip up fleece, essentially. You could make it in fleece, you could make it in sweatshirting, but I really like that they've played with the, I'll show you the line drawing so you can see they've played a lot with the seams on it, so you could have different colour blocking. That kind of front panel at the front could be different colour. A good way to use that kind of leftover sweatshirting if you've got any. And then you've got pockets which are in the side seam, but there's also a variation where you can add another seam down the center, down the front side of the front panels, and put the pockets in there, which I thought was really great as well. Because I don't know about you, if you've got children, they love to collect little, you know, treasure to bring home. So having pockets. But yeah, I thought it was great, and it had a really good sizing, like 2 to 12 years. You could make that multiple times. So that to me feels like, especially with kids wear, I think you want to have something that you're going to make multiple times to make it feel like it's worth getting the pattern, because they grow so quickly, and especially I would say owning a boy, like the options of boys' clothing is so much more boring than the girls. So, but on the plus side of that, if you buy a shape like this, then you can make it over so many years. So yeah, I thought that was a really lovely one if you're looking for a kids pattern. And then last but not least, we've got a quilting pattern. So it's from Lou Orth Designs and it's called Flower Friends. And I really loved this. She does such great patterns. If you haven't seen her quilt patterns, I'll pop a link to all of them so you can have a look. But this one I felt was super cute with these big kind of graphic florals. They're just really fun. And so if you are thinking about mixing up what you're making and you wanted to try something else, this is definitely worth having a look at. I think it's great. So that is it from me this week. I hope that was useful and you found something nice to sew, and I will see you next weekend. Bye.